Good evening. Greetings. What's Guan Zone? What's good? Have you ever felt like you just could not get ahead and just, was wondering, God, how do I advance? How do I matriculate? How do I transition into another, another level of me? I think personally, one thing that's helped me grow over the past couple of years, especially throughout my college tenure, was stepping outside of my comfort zone. And every day when I talk to people and through my mentoring, I oftentimes find myself telling other individuals to step outside of their comfort zone. And I believe that is an essential component to growth. Growth is always positive. Growth is never a negative thing. And you cannot grow unless you're willing to take risk and to step into environments that you don't really find yourself in on a normal day-to-day basis. You can't be afraid to take risks, and you just cannot be afraid, just to be a person that you never thought that you would be, especially if it is in a positive manner. Just the other day, I was at Bojangles eating, dining in, and noticed a guy who was sitting at the back corner by the door. He was just kind of sitting there, wasn't eating, wasn't doing anything. And so I kind of started getting a notion that this guy might be homeless. And those of you that know me know I have a keen passion for homeless individuals. What can I do to ameliorate their status? And so I started losing my appetite. I just couldn't eat, and something just kept telling me, or God just kept telling me, go over there, go over there. And so I went over there and actually had a conversation with him. He was, a homeless guy. He had been kicked out of, other places, restaurants and whatnot, because he was soliciting, food and whatnot. And I noticed when he first came in the restaurant, he asked someone for, just simple, I guess a simple biscuit, if you will, because it was breakfast time, and the guy said, "Nah, man, I can't." Clearly the guy could have afforded, $1 or $2 biscuit, but I mean, whatever. That was just a door that had been opened for me. So I went over there. He told me, he had been hit by a Greyhound bus going about 35 miles per hour trying to cross the street. He was in a coma, and now his life circumstances aren't the most desired, if you will. So I ended up, saying, "Hey man, would you like something to eat?" After having a full conversation with him, "Would you like something to eat?" He told me, "Yeah, man, I would take a Caesar salad, or and with some barbecue sauce." And I, "Cool, man. You want something to drink?" I went over there and bought him 2 Caesar salads and a half a gallon of sweet tea, man. And I thank God that He put me in that position to step outside of my comfort zone and do something out of the norm that most people who are comfortable would not do. So I encourage you, my followers, to step outside of your comfort zone. Today, tomorrow, the next day, do something out of the norm that you would not normally do, and just find that joy that it instills upon you. Find that grace that God has bestowed upon you and the person that you have helped, because God's grace is always sufficient and it's always runneth over. And so I want you to take the message from me today, that if you don't take anything else from me, is to step outside of your comfort zone and grow. Lifetime growth is an essential component, and it is always key to success. Thank you, and I hope you all have joyous weekends, and be safe, and don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Peace. Holla at you. Get going. Good evening. Greetings, and what have you.